Hi Flosstube! It's Christina again, and this is Flosstube number 2 for me. Today is August 16th, so it's been 4 weeks since the last video I recorded, but I only posted it 3 weeks ago because I had filmed it so late at night that I didn't get it up till the following week. So hopefully this one I'll be able to get up faster now that I know what I'm doing a little bit. So I just want to talk a little bit about what I've been working on the last few weeks. And yeah, so this video will definitely be a lot shorter than my last video. We've had a super crazy day and I've got a lot of things to do. My husband and I decided to change our kitchen sink, that we wanted to replace it and get a new one and install a filter for drinking water and everything. So I took the day off and we made that a project today. So my house is a disaster and I need to go clean up a little bit, but it was actually kind of a fun adventure. I mean, things did not go according to plan for sure. We wound up having to replace all the pipes under the sink and it got crazy, and neither of us have done any sort of plumbing projects like that before, so it was very much a learning experience and a little stressful at times, but it was actually kind of fun. And he said the same thing, that even though it got a little frustrating and stressful, it was fun to have a day together because we don't get to spend a lot of alone time together anymore, and to learn something new. And we worked really well together and we complement each other well. There was a lot of things where he was like, I don't understand how we can do this, and I said, oh, we just do that, and he was the same way, and when I got frustrated. So it was actually really fun to spend the day together learning something new. So but my kitchen is a disaster and the house is a mess. So I gotta try and get this filmed and get it up and then go clean up before he gets home tonight so that he can just relax after his late night. So I'm gonna jump right into what I've been working on. So I actually have 3 new starts and 2 finishes. They weren't cross-stitch, but we have 2 friends that are about to have twins. So we're super happy for them, and they found out that they're having a boy and a girl twins. So I wanted to make something for the babies. So I kind of dropped stitching just a little bit to work on those, but I did get quite a lot of stitching done too. So I decided to crochet 2 baby blankets because I'm fast at crocheting, so I thought that would be something nice to give them, and still be able to work on other things. So I crocheted these 2 blankets. So I don't know how good the color is coming across, but this is like a pale blue blanket for the boy, and then I got a yellow one for the girl. Let me see if I can adjust this light just a little bit. Yeah, okay. So got a yellow one for the girl, and I am absolutely in love with this yarn. It is so thick and soft, and this just stitched up really, really fast. So I was able to finish both of these blankets, and they're nice and big. So this yarn is from Hirschner's, and it's Snow Cone, or Premier brand Snow Cone yarn. And let me see if there's a colorway on here. So this one was Cool Blue. I don't have the yellow skein up here, but they only had one blue and yellow, or I think they might have had a darker blue, but they only had one yellow. So if you're looking for it, the pattern was also from Hirschner's. They came as a kit So each kit came with 9 skeins of that yarn and the pattern, and it was super easy. It's all just single crochet if you're familiar with crocheting. And I love it. And it was so funny. I was making these blankets and my son just fell in love with them, and he's been laying the yellow one out on the floor because yellow is his favorite color. So he lays the yellow one out on the floor and he just lays on it with his stuffed animals, and it's super cute. So I may have to make him another one. But yeah. And also, I thought I had every crochet hook in every size. But the largest crochet hook I owned is a size K, I believe, which is like 6.5 millimeters. And I got the pattern for these. I ordered the kit, just assuming I'd have the right crochet hook. And when I got the pattern, it called for a size U hook, which is a 25 millimeter hook, which I had never even heard of. So I had to go searching on Amazon for these hooks. And this thing is massive. It is just absolutely humongous. So it was a little awkward to work with, but again, the yarn is so thick that they stitched up really quickly. So I had a lot of fun doing those, and I was able to work on it in between stitching. I just like do a couple rows a night, and then I could cross stitch for the rest of the night. So I'm really happy with those. I also chose, so those are my 2 starts and finishes. My 3rd start was also for the twins. I decided to also crochet for them bunnies. So I'll show you. Oh, so this was the pattern from Hirschner's. It's easy crochet throw. So, and then, so this is also from Hirschner's, and it's called Esther Bunny. And it's this adorable stuffed bunny that's crocheted, so I can do it really fast because I'm a very slow knitter, so I wasn't gonna work on any knitting projects. But I thought this bunny was gonna be a little cute stuffed bunny. This thing is gonna be massive. So far I've got, so first you stitch up the body. So this is the body of the bunny, and this thing is gigantic. So once I made it, I was like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be huge. So I had to go and order some more polyfill because it's gonna take a lot. So I have the body, and I started on the face, got his little nose all stuffed and sewn on there. This is the top of his head, so I still have to finish the bottom of his head. That'll go on. And then I got one ear done, so he'll be big old bunny. And this yarn was also the Snow Cone brand, but it's a much smaller weighted yarn, so it's a lot thinner, but it's still really, really soft and fluffy. This one is in the colorway Root Beer. So it's like a white yarn with little flecks of light brown in there. And then the other bunny for the other twin will be in, I believe the colorway is Licorice. So it looks very, very similar, but instead of the flecks of brown, it's flecks of gray. So I thought those were nice neutral colors for bunnies. And then I'm just gonna take some DMC and embroider the eyes and the nose on there. So that's my other start of crocheting. And then for stitching my whips, I worked more on my stocking. So if you remember, I'm working on this Busilla Tiffany Nativity stocking. And I'll show you. So this is what I have done so far. in my last video, I believe I was right around here somewhere. So I've gotten about 10 rows done. And the way I'm working this is I'm doing parking method, going just across all the rows, but I'm doing 10 rows and then going back and doing all the backstitch for those 10 rows, because otherwise I would never want to go back and do all of this backstitch because there is a lot. So I'm really happy with what I've gotten done this past few weeks. It's going so much faster than it was in the beginning. The top here has so much confetti, just all the blues and purples and greens in this upper stained glass portion. But now, like the dress and all these clouds in here, everything, it's much more color blocks, so it's going much faster. There's also a lot less back stitching than up in here because everything up in there is back stitched very heavily. So it's going so much faster now. And so I'm really happy with that. I am feeling good with it. Like I'm wanting to get more progress done, but I'm also starting to feel like I'm getting a little burnout on it again. It is kind of my focus piece. I usually switch out my pieces on, or switch out my whips on like Saturday. Every Saturday I'll put it away and take out a new one. Since I have a toddler, I can't leave anything out, so I can't switch my projects around very often. But yeah, and I've been working on this one about every other week, so I'm not touching any of my other whips very often, and I really do kind of want to make some progress on other things and maybe get some new starts in, because right now all my whips are really big and I would love to work on some small things, get some finishes in. I think that'll be really good for my soul right now. So I think I'm gonna do one last push on this and then maybe switch up the order of my rotation a little bit so that I'm working on other things and maybe put some new smaller starts in. But that's where I am on the stocking. So I've noticed a big difference in the last couple weeks with my progress, so I'm really happy with that. And then the other stitching that I worked on this past month is my Cornwall Cottage sampler. And I do have to apologize. I think I kept calling this Country Cottage in my last video, but it's Cornwall Cottage. So Cornwall Cottage sampler by Rosewood Manor. This is just absolutely beautiful. And it's only 6 colors, so it's just beautiful the way the colors are together. And it's all Weeks Dye Works, and it's on 32 count cream Belfast linen. So this is what I've got. So I got a page finish on this. I think last video I had gotten a couple of these top letters, so I finished up the letters in that one page, finished up this border, and I think I had half of the border, so I finished up the border and I got all the motifs in that page done. So I was working on that segment in there, and it's just beautiful. I'm having so much fun with this. So I have 2 pages left, and then this one will be finished. So I'm really excited to have that done. And then this booklet came with like 4 or 5 little mini patterns, and I think I'm gonna do those as ornaments as well, because I have all this extra fabric here. So that'll be fun. And the colors are red, green, you know, red, couple different colors of greens and yellows. So I think that they'll actually make really nice Christmas ornaments if I do those little minis, because they're just each like a little Quaker. So I think that'll be really nice. It's not, the sampler itself is not a Christmas piece, but I think the little Quakers done up will look really good as Christmas ornaments because of those colors. So that's everything. That's what I've been working on the last couple weeks. I know this video wasn't very long, Like I said, today kind of got away from me because of our home improvement project, which took many hours longer than we intended it to, but I really wanted to get this video out, and I really want to say thank you to everyone who liked and subscribed after my last video. That was so humbling and heartening, really, that people were just so kind and left such wonderful comments. It really made me excited to make a new video and to hopefully keep making videos. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I had intended to shout a few people out. I had a whole bunch of notes and I just had nothing prepared for today, but I knew if I didn't just record a video and stay on track and try and get one recorded every 4 weeks, it'd be really easy for me to just keep pushing it off and then not do it. But I really enjoyed making the last one, so I really did want to get back and do that. So unfortunately I didn't have my notes with me to shout some people out. One person I did want to shout out was Mega Stitches on Instagram. She shouted me out my channel, so thank you so much to her. I had lots of good advice from people, people just saying the most wonderful things about my projects. So thank you to everyone, a lot of people that subscribed. If you have your own channel and videos, I subscribe to you as well, and I started watching people's videos. I didn't get to everyone, but I will. And I didn't have too many questions. The one question I did have that I thought other people might also want to know is if I have an Instagram, and the answer is yes. I will link that in the description box. I don't use it very often. It's just my personal Instagram. It's not connected to my channel at all. But I'm not a huge social media person. This is very out of character for me to be posting on YouTube. But I did decide to start using Instagram, and what I'm gonna do is when I switch out my project for the week, I'll take a progress pic on what I had worked on the week before. So I started doing that because with my stocking, I realized like I had made really good progress the 1 week, and I realized I didn't even remember where I had started. So I wanted to know, I wanted to really see the progress week to week. So I started doing that. So there's not a lot of pictures on there. There's only 2 because the last week I was only really working on the baby gifts, and I didn't want to take pictures of those and put them on Instagram just yet. So I was gonna wait till they were all done. But if you want to follow me on Instagram and see weekly progress pics, it'll be a nice update in between videos. So I will, as I said, put that in the description box. And if there's anything else that you want to know about me, about my stitching, anything, feel free to ask me questions, because that'll really help me know what to talk about in my videos. And yeah, so I like answering questions. I'm a teacher at heart, even though that's not my profession. But yeah, so I think that's everything. Sorry if this is a little scattered. As I said, I would normally have notes or something to follow along, and that's just not how my day went. But yeah, I look forward to making another video in a few weeks, and I'll see you all then. Bye!